Most people get this wrong when they try to start a company in Kazakhstan. They think it is just about filling out a form and opening a bank account. But here's the truth no one tells you. The real challenge is choosing the right legal structure and tax regime before you even register. Because if you choose wrong, you can end up paying higher taxes, facing delays, or even needing to re-register your company from scratch. And in 2026, Kazakhstan has made business registration faster and more digital. But it is also more regulated in key areas like taxes, banking compliance, and foreign ownership verification. So in this video, you will learn exactly how to start a company in Kazakhstan step by step, even if you are a complete beginner or a foreign entrepreneur with zero experience. And stay with me, because in a minute, I'll show you the exact company structure most foreign founders choose in Kazakhstan to legally minimize taxes and simplify compliance. Now let's start from the beginning. The most common and practical company structure in Kazakhstan is called an LLP, which stands for Limited Liability Partnership. This is similar to an LLC in other countries. This is the preferred choice for startups, service businesses, companies, trading firms, and foreign investors. Here's why most people choose it. It offers limited liability protection, allows 100% foreign ownership in most cases, and is flexible enough for both small and large operations. But here's where it gets interesting. Even though it sounds simple, Kazakhstan has a very structured legal sequence for company formation. You cannot skip steps or fix mistakes later without extra paperwork. So let's go step by step. The first step is choosing your company name and checking its availability. Now, this is more important than most people think. In Kazakhstan, your company name must be unique and compliant with local naming rules. It must not duplicate existing business names, and it must follow official language registration standards. For example, imagine Alex, a freelance consultant from India, wants to start a marketing agency in Almaty. He wants to name it Alex Global Marketing, LLPP. Before anything else, he must check if this name is available in the government database. Now here's the problem most beginners face. They assume that if the name works in English, it will automatically be accepted. But Kazakhstan requires official registration in both Kazakh and Russian formats. So naming consistency matters. Once your name is approved, the next step is selecting your legal address. Every company in Kazakhstan must have a registered legal address. This is required for tax registration, government communication, and official notices. Now here's where it gets interesting. You do not always need a physical office. Many foreign founders use virtual office services or legal address providers, especially in the early stages. But be careful. The address must be legitimate and verifiable. If it is flagged as invalid, your company registration can be rejected or suspended later. Next comes preparing your founding documents. This includes your charter, ownership structure, and management details. The charter is basically the rulebook of your company. It defines who owns the company, how decisions are made, and how profits are distributed. Let's simplify it. If Alex is the only founder, the charter states he owns 100% of the company and acts as director. If there are two founders like Alex and John, then ownership percentages are clearly defined. Now here's a mistake many beginners make. They use generic templates from the internet that are not adapted to Kazakhstan law. This can cause problems later, when opening a bank account or applying for tax registration. So always ensure your charter is legally compliant. Now let's move to the registration process itself. In Kazakhstan, company registration is done through the government's electronic system or through public service centers. The process is now largely digital, which makes it faster than before. If everything is correct, registration can take 1 to 3 business days. But here's the problem. Even a small inconsistency in documents can delay the process significantly. So accuracy is everything here. To register your company, you typically need your application form, charter, passport copies of founders, legal address confirmation, and sometimes notarized translations if you are a foreigner. Once submitted and approved, your company receives a business identification number, often called BIN. This is your official legal identity in Kazakhstan. Without it, your company does not exist in the system. Now here's where it gets interesting. Many people think this is the final step. But in reality, it is just the beginning of your operational setup. After receiving your BIN, you must register for taxation. Kazakhstan offers different tax regimes. The most common for small businesses is the simplified tax regime. This allows lower tax rates and reduced reporting requirements, especially for small service businesses and startups. For example, a consulting firm or software company often chooses this system because it reduces administrative complexity. But here's a mistake many founders make. They choose a tax system without understanding income limits and eligibility rules. Later, they are forced to switch systems, which creates extra paperwork and delays. So, choosing the correct tax regime at the beginning is critical. Now let's move to one of the most important steps, opening a business bank account. Without a bank account, your company cannot operate legally or receive payments. To open an account, you will need your registration certificate, BIN, charter, passport, and sometimes proof of business activity. Banks in Kazakhstan are generally modern and supportive of business accounts, but they still follow strict compliance rules. So expect questions about your business model, source of funds, and expected transactions. Now let's go through a real example. Alex completes his company registration in Almaty. He receives his BIN and goes to a bank to open an account. The bank officer asks about his clients, services, and expected income flow. If everything is clear and compliant, his account is approved within a few days. Now, Alex can legally receive payments and operate his business. But here's where most people fail. They think once the bank account is open, the process is finished. In reality, ongoing compliance is just as important. Let's talk about accounting and reporting. Every company in Kazakhstan must maintain proper financial records and submit tax reports regularly depending on the chosen tax regime. If you ignore this, you may face fines or restrictions on your business operations. Now in a minute, I'll show you the easiest way most foreign founders handle accounting without hiring a full-time employee. Most small businesses in Kazakhstan use outsourced accounting services. This means a professional accountant handles tax filings, payroll if needed, and compliance reporting for you. This is cheaper, safer, and more efficient for small companies. Now let's talk about hiring employees. If you plan to scale, you may hire local employees or contractors. But here's the important part. Kazakhstan has formal labor laws that require employment contracts, social contributions, and payroll reporting. So if you hire someone like John as a developer, you must legally register the employment relationship. Now let's discuss industry licensing. Not all businesses need licenses, but industries like finance, healthcare, education, and import-export may require additional permits. So always check your business category before launching. Now here's a common mistake. People register first, then discover they need a license. This causes delays and extra costs. So planning ahead is critical. Now let's talk about foreign ownership rules. One of the biggest advantages of Kazakhstan is that foreign entrepreneurs can usually own 100% of their company. However, some regulated industries may require local participation or additional approvals. Also, foreign founders may need document legalization or apostille, depending on their home country. Now let's bring everything together into a simple flow. First, choose your company structure, usually an LLP type. Second, select and verify your company name. Third, secure a legal address. Fourth, prepare your charter documents. Fifth, register your company through the state system. Sixth, receive your BIN. Seventh, register for taxes. Eighth, open a business bank account. Ninth, set up accounting and compliance systems. Once all of this is done, your company is fully operational in Kazakhstan. Now, here's the final insight most people overlook. Starting the company is the easy part. The real success comes from maintaining compliance, managing taxes properly, and building financial discipline from day one. Many businesses fail not during registration, but during their first year of operation due to avoidable mistakes. So, always think long-term, not just setup. To summarize everything, starting a company in Kazakhstan in 2026 involves choosing the right structure, registering legally, obtaining your BIN, registering for taxes, opening a bank account, and maintaining ongoing compliance. The process is efficient, digital, and foreign-friendly if done correctly. And now you understand the full system better than most beginners, because you see both the steps and the mistakes to avoid. If you found this guide helpful, make sure to like the video, leave a comment if you want a breakdown for a specific business type, and subscribe for more complete international business formation guide.